Yeah, I'ma make this shit hot. Oh, I'ma light this shit up. Yeah, I'ma make this shit hot. Oh, I'ma light this shit up.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Harry Fox back here again with part 12 with What If Naruto Got Stronger Every Single Time a Shadow Clone Was Destroyed. And I got a special guest with me. Big up my boy Riley.
What are you saying, everyone? Go click that subscribe button right now.
See that I had to get a special intro for you. I'm just joking guys, unfortunately Alex has a phone call and he's messaging me again. He wants to call me back again. No, sorry Riley. He's been nagging me for a little while to get back into the videos, to get into the videos, but if I'm not quitting YouTube, I'm doing it my way. Get over yourself, mate. But other than that, let's just get straight into this what if, and I am going to be pacing it a bit fast because this what if is dragged out for too long, and if I can't end it by part 14 or 15, I'm just going to not continue it. Other than that guys, let's get straight into this video. Anyway guys, last time we left off, Naruto and Sasuke were scrapping like little bitches, bro. I'm joking, Sasuke was being one. Naruto was slapping him about like he was giving him that 1-2-3 combo. And I don't mean 1-2-1-2, it was 1-2-3, 1-2-3. That's how bad it was, bro. In no my voice crack, it did not happen. Anyway, yeah. But that's when something weird happened. All the like energy that was inside Sasuke just exploded as a blue aura surrounded outside of him. I was going to call this case Curse Mark Stage 3, but bun that, bruv. This is, if you watch Boruto, I think his name Mitsuki, yeah, Mitsuki. This is Snake Sage mode. And this is experimental. Orochimaru only gave this to Sasuke for a later plan. He did not expect this amount of pressure or the need for it to be drawn out, as this only happens when the like seal and the dark, whatever the first layer that Orochimaru put on, it was only meant to come out when Sasuke was strong enough to remove that himself, but Naruto removed it, so it was just waiting there for a right trigger, and getting slapped about by Naruto was a good trigger. Sasuke exploded with raw power. Naruto, looking with his Tenseigan, wasn't too concerned, but he didn't understand the actual power. It wasn't like his Sage mode where he could see the cap of energy. This energy was it being like when he absorbs it, it was completely being circulated around his body, mixed with his own chakra. Time to mute my phone because that is a bit mad still. So many people are messaging me. Anyway, yeah. I'm a famous YouTuber, guys. I'm sorry. But with this, it was mixed with Sasuke's chakra almost perfectly, where you couldn't even see the difference. And Naruto felt the difference when Sasuke blitzed in front of him, and for the first time in a while, landed a punch that actually inflicted pain onto Naruto. Naruto got sent flying back into the wall, making the wall that he landed in, like the whole like crater, just crack upwards, almost split in half. Feeling this pain, which is something Naruto hasn't felt for how long, Naruto took a deep breath. And he was like, "Oh, you're gonna pay for that, you bastard." Pure energy exploded from Naruto. This is just his base chakra. It pushed Sasuke back for a bit, but Sasuke wasn't finished. He was getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Imagining he was Broly. I'm not saying he's as strong as Broly, because like, come on guys, it's Naruto, not Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, Sasuke was just getting stronger and stronger and stronger, actually keeping up with Naruto's output. And of course Naruto wasn't going anywhere near 100%, but he did not expect Sasuke to be able to keep up, and they started going at it again. Instead of Sasuke matching Naruto's speed, Naruto became matching Sasuke's, because he got a bit bored if he could just blitz him. But he soon realised that he shouldn't be matching it, and he started going stronger. Sasuke was keeping up with him. Naruto couldn't go any stronger, as his attacks would then become lethal. As it gets to a certain point where it's just not a gradual increase. Like I'm saying, if he's at 30, I'm saying he's at like 35%. If he jumped to 37, his attacks he wouldn't get a small increase. That chakra would be pure and all that, and it would be quite a big increase. Because yes, why not? So he was a bit of a stage where he's stuck. That's when he realised, I haven't even been using my full power yet. His blue Tenseigan cloak took over, and that's when he gets stopped by Kurama. He said in his head, "Naruto, don't! This form makes you stronger, but any stronger and you're gonna kill him." Naruto's really baffled. He says, What can I do then?" Kurama says, "I've been waiting for the right time to use this, and I guess it's time to now. Use my power, Naruto, but use it at its fullest, not just borrow it. Mix it with your own, similar to his Sage Mode." Naruto agrees and he takes a deep breath, leaving his Tenseigan form. Sasuke caught off guard by this. He's shocked by this, so he stays on guard, ready for a sudden attack. Naruto enters his own mind state and he fist pumps Kurama. He soon suddenly floats up into the air as the gates that were keeping Kurama locked in are blown away. Not just open, they are blown away. And Naruto just feels the insane amount of chakra Kurama has. Remember, every time Naruto's chakra gets multiplied, so does Kurama. So it's still a good power boost, bruv, like mad. And a golden cloak surrounds Naruto. This confuses Sasuke bears. He's like, how many forms does this kid have? And Naruto looks down at his hand and sees her glowing. He can feel that he can push it further, and Kurama agrees, saying, "Go on then, kid." We all know that Naruto goes into KCM2 at this point, as more little black swords appear around him. Naruto asks him what it was. Kurama says it gives you a strength boost, but a lot more manageable. It's still quite a lot, but you don't need to use the full amount. And you can create chakra arms, blah blah blah. But then Kurama hints at the biggest thing. Well, I'd say that your Tenseigan form enhances your your strength. This form enhances your speed. Hearing this, Naruto suddenly realises Kurama's plan all along. Just hit him so many times with the same strength, he's going to get knocked out. Naruto takes a deep breath and he focuses on Sasuke. He knows that with Sasuke's without having his he knows that Sasuke with his Sharingan activated is quite a danger with the speed and strength that he has. And Naruto thinks, I can't be cheap and use a Sharingan against an Uchiha. And Kurama says, why don't you mix your Sage Mode with it? A Sage Mode battle. And Naruto says, I can do that? And Kurama says, I don't know, might as well try. So of course, Kurama and Naruto both grab a Sage Mode, as they can do it better in unison. And we get the form we see Naruto with what I'd say one of my favourite forms, KCM2 with Sage Mode. Now his visual prowess was up to standard, and he takes a deep breath, enhancing his chakra, full speed. He didn't think he'd be as fast as he was. He realises at this speed, Sasuke looks like he's moving in slow motion. But due to Sasuke's Sharingan, he's sort of keeping up. His body's moving on its own. And his body moves actually counter Naruto, but it is nowhere near fast enough. Naruto actually slows down and starts walking. It's not time stop like he can do with his Rinnegan. His special Rinnegan, I want to point out, remember. But he just moves out the way and actually pushes Sasuke's leg. With the speed he's at now, his punches are doing a lot more damage. So he retracts some of his strength and lets the speed do a lot of damage. So now he has enough power to knock him out. He slammed his fist into Sasuke again and again and again. And about after the 7th punch, not pump, that'll be a bit mad. Kurama finally says, "Kid, I figured it out." Naruto jumps back. Time returns to normal for Sasuke and he just gets multiple punches and he's just battered, bruv. He's coughing up blood. He's like, what was that? And Naruto just says, I got a bit faster. Kurama explains to him, as he was punching Sasuke, he could feel a bit of Orochimaru's chakra. And that's probably something that's corrupting Sasuke. But it's merged with Sasuke's soul. And the only way he can get it back is by injecting Sasuke with his own soul and dragging it out. Naruto asks what's the risk, and Kurama says, if Sasuke manages to beat you in this fight, beat you in this soul tug of war, or you slip up in one way, you die. Naruto smirks and says, it's not like this the first time I've faced death. Kurama laughs and says, that's why I like you, kid. Never shine away from a challenge, do you? And Naruto, now with only his arms being golden, rushes at Sasuke, actually eating some punches. And he takes a punch dead to the nose. And we all know it, if you've ever been whacked in the nose even by accident, this makes your eyes tear. But Naruto was sucking his tears up. And he forced through the fist to headbutt Sasuke. This knocked him unconscious for a few seconds. And that's when Naruto, he injected his soul into Sasuke. his mind went blank. And he's searching around Sasuke's inner mind. This is his chakra form, so he's moving at insane speed, circulating around Sasuke's body. Sasuke wakes up, which Naruto didn't want, and he starts fighting this off. But, unknown to Naruto, this was a blessing in disguise. Due to this, the dark presence that he was searching for came to him. And it started fighting against him. It was pushing against him, and as soon as it touched Naruto, Naruto could feel his mind racing with dark thoughts. Kill, kill, destroy, destroy. And then even darker thoughts. The village doesn't love you, they always think you're a demon. But Kurama in the background fights these thoughts away, saying, don't worry kid, I got you. And Naruto eventually managed to overpower this darkness and draws it out of Sasuke. But Sasuke falls unconscious when this happens, and in the real world now. And he's holding this reddish black, I'd say it's like a fire in his hand. It's a soul. Kurama was incorrect about one thing. It has Orochimaru's chakra, sort of, but it wasn't at all something that Orochimaru had control of. This was a sentient being. This is why it was experimental for Orochimaru. Whatever he injected into Sasuke was alive. But to make sure Sasuke turned into the dark side, Orochimaru manipulated its feelings, its whole life story, to be evil. Before Naruto can destroy it at all, it zooms inside Naruto. Naruto is covered in intense pain, screaming. His body feels like it's on fire. But he has Kurama there to fire off. And he goes inside his mind. It's not at all what he was expecting. He expected to see a demonic thing thrashing about. But to what he saw, it was just a lost child trying to find its way. No one to turn to, no family, no friends. Seeing this, it reminded Naruto of his younger self, where he had no one, where the village called him a demon. That was before he got stronger. Naruto seeing this, even though he's in intense pain, he hides it. And he walks over and he hugs this seemingly lost child. Yes, it does look like Naruto because he's in Naruto's body, but if it was still in Sasuke's body, it'd look like Sasuke. And he hugs this lost child. And this is the first hug it's ever gotten. It was raised with torment to be hateful and demonic. But feeling Naruto's warm chakra and two well-opening people, Kurama and Naruto, it opened up slightly. And it just sunk in Naruto's mental space. Now after he felt a surge of power circle around him, but he ignored it. And he rushed out with his mind to check for Sasuke. He heals Sasuke slightly, not to a point he can actually fight, because if this doesn't work, he's not in the mood. And Sasuke opens his eyes. He remembers every single thing he'd done, but it wasn't his choice. That evil thing was not manipulating, it was influencing him. And as he opened his eyes, he cries. He's like, Naruto, he starts crying profusely, saying, I'm sorry. Naruto picks him up by his hair and hugs him. He says, it's fine, I know what happened. Sasuke is still in absolute distraught, crying everywhere, ugly crying as well. But Naruto keeps on reassuring him it's okay, and that everyone at the village doesn't hate him. And they all probably already knew that it wasn't Sasuke. Hearing that Sasuke calms down a little, but he still feels insanely guilty. And Naruto could sense something different about Sasuke, mainly his eyes, but he didn't point it out. He couldn't see, he could sense it. Important part is he could sense it. Let's get a bit sensual, not sexual, sensual, because it's sensing. Sorry, I don't know why I do that lately, it's just a bit of entertainment. But yes. So guys, I need a drink. Oh, it's Pepsi Max again. I have Coke in the fridge this time. But it's for sleeping time. And I've got barbecue Pringles. And then we're back on topic. Oh, sorry. That drink really messed me up. He carries Sasuke back on his back until he gets to the village. He didn't want to teleport because he didn't want to risk anything happening. Sasuke was extremely weak. He did start healing him slowly, but he wasn't taking any risk of what if Orochimaru hit something again, just waiting for Sasuke to get strong enough to bring it back. And when they get to the village, he was surrounded by Anbu and saying they've been ordered to arrest Sasuke. Naruto, with glowing chroma eyes, tells him, no, fuck off. But they says, this isn't a choice, hand him over, you brat. And they pull out their swords, As soon as they take a step towards Naruto, there's 6 army members there. These are Danzo's ones, by the way. Naruto uses Kuroma's chakra to create the 6 golden arms, and he slams them into the wall. Tsunade comes rushing out here and about their return, just to see what's going on. She recognizes them as Danzo's, and she knows what's happened. She says, Naruto, enough. And Naruto, not controlled, influenced by what he felt from that sentient soul, that pain that no one should have felt, it's affected him slightly, not permanently, but it's affected him. And he's still really pissed, and he says, no, I can sense their emotions. That's what you can do now, Kurama. They just wanted to take Sasuke's eyes. They wanted to kill him. They wanted to torture him to get answers. And if they want to touch my friend, they can die. Now, the golden arms begin to create pressure, and the army starts screaming. Tsunade demands that Naruto stops, and he yells back, no. Tsunade activates a Byakuya sword and rushes to knock Naruto out. Naruto's eyes quickly glow purple, and he says in the mind, mighty push. Tsunade gets launched back. It wasn't strong to where it hurt the village, it was just her. And Naruto doesn't kill them, but he cripples them, breaking their spines. Tsunade gets back to see the hatred in Naruto's eyes. And she knows that Naruto isn't a bad person, so she understands that whatever these people were thinking and feeling, that their emotions, they deserve what they got. And they can be healed. It'll just take them a year and a half to recover and be able to walk normally. And Naruto disappears into the distance after taking Sasuke to the hospital and all that. And he returns the next day to Sasuke covered in bandages, and he walks into the room to watching Sasuke practice with that snake sage energy just in his hand. And he walks and smirking, saying, looks like I'm not the only sage in the building. See, hearing this, Sasuke immediately gets embarrassed and hides his hand away, saying, damn it, I didn't think you knew. And Naruto's like, you didn't think I knew? I had to fight against you in that form. And that the memory immediately flashed back to Sasuke. And honestly, he didn't remember anything past going into Sage mode. As soon as he went into Snake Sage mode, he didn't remember anything. But when he got told that, all the memories flooded back into his head, and he's like, oh yeah. He immediately gets down again and starts apologising profusely. And Naruto slapped him, not a tap, I mean a full 360 degrees slap. And he says, stop being a bloody pansy. I do not care if you're sorry. I know it wasn't your fault. And you made up for it. You made up for it. Because I have a feeling when I was taking that evenness out of you, you were holding back up something else, weren't you? When he hears this, Sasuke's head starts hurting. As it's nothing to do with Orochimaru, it's a memory. It's being suppressed by something totally different. Seeing this, Naruto gets curious and takes a look with his Tenseigan. He can see nothing. His Rinnegan, he can see nothing. His Jogan, though, he can on Sasuke's eyes. There's a seal, and he recognizes it's the chakra. It was placed by Itachi. Something suppressing memories, but ain't Naruto's business. Immediately, Naruto informs Sasuke that he's leaving the village. And Sasuke's like, what? And Naruto says, yep, I'm leaving the village. I'm gonna go train for 3 years. And Sasuke immediately asks him why, and he's like, because I had that fight with you, I realised that there's people who are stronger than I expected, so I'd just rather be able to slap anyone about. And no, you cannot come with me, you're training with Kakashi, I've already set up. But Rock Lee's coming with me, don't get jealous. And with that, Naruto leaves the village, not saying bye to anybody, he just disappears. With Rock Lee, Matt Guy, and Jiraiya Sensei. I'm just telling you, in the 3 years, Naruto trained the 8 gates, some other techniques, practiced with all his dojutsus, and figured out some of his secret abilities. And now we are in Shippuden, and I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Peace out, my Boruski stars. I'm joking. I'm never doing that again. Other than that, guys, hope you did enjoy. Peace out. Share with your friends and family. Bye.